Cool. Okay. Okay. So, oh god, this is Dan brings the energy levels up. I swear.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
He brings the male attention.
Yeah. No. Alrighty. Sorry.
We're just two sad girls.
I was just two sad girls. That's it. That's gonna be the intro. Hello everyone and welcome to the Intermission presented by Advanced Shouting. I am Joanna with my friend Alicia and we're without Dan today. So it's ladies' night again. Whatever goes. So strap yourself in. Lots of fun to be had. How have you been, Alicia? Tell me what's been happening. What's been happening?
The huge, I've let's see, no more Hello Kitty addiction. I think I've broken that.
Okay.
I think we're cured. But it's just been, watching a lot of shows and movies and gaming and stuff, and just getting ready for vacation soon.
Yes, you're going to Hawaii.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Sorry.
then, did you go somewhere recently too that you sent us a
I
picture of? Or
did. I went to Cairns, which is kind of it's called the gateway to the Barrier Reef.
oh wow,
Yeah, I just went there for work. Nothing
oh,
amazing. I got
it looked really pretty though in the photos.
it is that view that I sent you, and I'll drop it in on an edit. That was from my hotel room. I was like, bro, I could live
It
here,
was
but
beautiful.
it was like Florida summer weather, so
Oh wow, yeah,
everything
it's
was
hot here right now.
and
It's like 100
sticky,
degrees.
hot and sticky, and it was bleh.
Is it far from Melbourne?
It's a 3.5 hour flight.
Oh wow.
So, well, three and a half-ish. Yeah, so it it was actually funny. Pardon me. I decided because it was such a long flight, I was like, oh, I'll pay for an upgrade and get extra leg room. So I got the extra leg room and I'm sitting there and I'm sitting next to this guy and he just kept fidgeting the whole thing and he would just look at me with this dead face and I was like, oh god.
This sounds like the beginning of the hockey smart book.
Yeah, well, no, God no. It sounds like the beginning of a horror on a plane. So he just stared at me like there was no emotion in his face, completely void of it. And he got up at one because I was up against the window, and he got up to go to the bathroom. And as he was coming back, I was like, "Look, I'll use this time to go myself." And he's just like, "Okay, this is real. I'm sorry for the
Did you try talking to
inconvenience."
him?
I avoided it because of the dead face.
The dead man.
And so I went and I came back, and my watch, because it's daylight savings, but Cairns doesn't have daylight savings. So my watch hadn't synced yet, and he turned to me as I sat down and he goes, how much longer do we have left on the flight? And I looked at my watch and I did the math and I was like, probably about an hour and a half. And he's like, but your watch said 11:30 and we're supposed to land at 11:45. And I was like, oh yeah, that's on daylight savings time. That's he's like, what? I was like, yeah, we're about an hour and a half away, like Cairns different time. And then all of a sudden he's like, oh, I broke my tailbone.
Oh, that's just like one extreme to the next, like staring at you and then like oversharing.
And I was like, and I thought, geez, I know I'm bad at segues, but but that was terrible. And I was like, oh, that's that's unfortunate. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I got hit by a car. It's like,
Oh.
oh no, that must be very painful. And he's like, yes, I am. And that was it. That was the end of the conversation.
Oh
I
God.
was like,
That
okay,
sounds like
I'm gonna have a nap now.
nice try.
Yeah, but flight back was pretty good. Didn't have anyone sitting next to me, so yeah, true the story of my
Oh,
life.
that's good.
Yeah. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're
No.
sorry, just got nothing else going on in my life except a crazy interaction with a passenger. Um, Hogwarts Legacy recently came out,
Hmm.
and I've been playing that, and I'm the first one to say I am not a huge Harry Potter fan. I read the books, but I never really got on the hype train. I'm playing this game, and I'm thinking maybe I am a closeted Harry Potter fan because
What house are you in?
I'm in Ravenclaw,
Hmm.
um, and I am a little bit obsessed. I'm at work. I have now set an alarm on my watch to say, you've got 15 minutes left
God.
of work until you can go home and play Harry Potter.
God.
Um, and it's a bit. I think it's my version of the Hello Kitty.
I
Hello
don't
Kitty.
think you're alone with that though, because I do have coworkers who are playing the game
Mm.
and they'll message me and be like, I'm just waiting for the day to be over to go play Hogwarts Legacy. So I think it's a real phenomenon with people right now.
And what I find really interesting is the world that they created is so it's so magical. There's no other word to describe it because you can go around and explore Hogwarts. Like you just go in
Mhm.
there and you can see things from the movie, and you're like, oh, that's the part that they were talking about in the book or whatever, and and then it's just like the staircases. You go to the grand staircase, and the staircases are changing, and then you can go into potions class and walk around and um, the people that you're in the class with you actually can see in the hallways. So
Mhm.
and it's real, and that's just like the Hogwarts bit, and then you've got like the Hogsmeade village, and then the broader world, which is so massive. It's so
Yeah, I
big.
think the whole open world concept's really, really cool. I don't play it myself, but I've seen my sister play it, and it just looks so beautiful, and you really feel immersed in the game.
And it's you can actually do like the unfortunate thing is I don't think they weren't able to build Quidditch in
Mm.
time. So but you can fly around on a broomstick, so which is kind of cool. But they've basically like as soon as you get to Hogwarts, they're like, oh, by the way, Quidditch has been cancelled because of XYZ. And I'm like, oh, damn it. Um, so I'm hoping that with like a DLC or something,
Mhm.
or like an update, they'll release it. But yeah, you go around and in the open world, and you can see things from like you can see the bridge from Hogwarts far away, and you talk to people, and you're like, oh, this is so cool, um, and what I find really funny though is that off the back of J.K. Rowling's kind of the incident with her transphobic comments.
Yeah.
They've actually started like they've introduced transgender
Uh,
characters
yeah, my sister was telling
into
me about that.
into the game, and I'm like, this is really lovely. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, I'm not a Harry Potter fan, but I think I might be in some way. Play
That's
it, it's
really
great,
cool.
it's good. I will say though that the only downside to it is there's two downsides. When you first play,
Mhm.
you get asked, do you want to have performance? Do you want to preference performance over visuals? And I'm like, oh, on a next gen console, surely I can have both. But yeah, for the most part, I haven't really seen a big issue in that. Also, I will say that the magic system. So in terms of the being able to perform different spells is a bit clunky. So you kind of constantly have to change out your fast wheel, but
Mhm.
otherwise it's pretty good. Yeah, I recommend it, even
Yeah,
if you don't
I'm
like
not
it.
really big. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm similar to you as a Harry Potter fan. I've read all the books, I've seen all the movies, but I'm not like really obsessed with it. Like those people who really get immersed in like the backstory and all the characters, and I think the hype for me has kind of like died down, but the game looks really really fun. I'm just not a really big one player game person.
Mm.
The only one player game I've actually been playing recently that is new is that SpongeBob Cosmic Shake game. And it's so much fun. You get to like walk around Bikini Bottom and like you have to save all the little characters from Bikini Bottom and bring them back to the real world. And that's been a lot of fun for me. But yeah.
I appreciate the comedy of SpongeBob. I think that makes it really cool. Like
Hmm.
you don't get that. You don't get that with Harry. You don't get the humor with Harry Potter, but with
Yeah.
but with SpongeBob, I think that's what is like the main driver for me. Like I play Lego City, and it's a game
Hmm.
that's not relevant. It's not new. It's been out for years now, and it's so hilarious. It's funny,
Yeah.
and yeah, I think that's kind of the appeal
I
with
think for me, like a game like that for me is GTA. That's come out like maybe what 13 years ago, but I
mm,
still will play that game and have so much fun. Just because of that whole open world concept where you can play with other people, like real people in the lobbies, and there's always like new cars and missions to do. Like they've done a really good job of like updating it throughout the years. So it's like current music will be on the game and newer cars and things like that. And so that's also like a really good example of, one of those open world games that are old, but it's really fun still.
I just love gardening with Maurice. I just gardening with Maurice. It's
Are you
the
still
only
playing that Disney game?
I no, not really.
Oh,
I haven't really played Switch in a while actually. Yeah, I don't know. I've just been I was Assassin's Creed for a while. I got I got really into Vikings. I bought a whole bunch of like books on Viking mythology and Viking history. So I'm
hello.
currently going through those. I kind of go through these kind of obsessive phases, but
That's cool.
yeah, but then Harry Potter came out, and I was like,
Hmm.
okay, I'll give it a go. And then I've just become totally
You
obsessed.
obsessed.
It's
I
yeah,
guess like
it's
what I take for granted is that we go to Universal a lot, so
mm,
we are like immersed in Hogwarts sometimes and Hogsmeade because it's like you can walk through the town and walk through the castle and have butterbeer, and so I think I'm just so used to it now, but it is like such an immersive experience of like these movies.
that was when I went to Japan. I went to Universal Studios, and by far, that was the highlight of the experience was
Mhm.
the Hogwarts area, and it was because of that that walking through area
Yeah,
and
how lifelike it is. Yeah.
yeah, and everything was so cool. And it was actually at that point I was like, Sean, I think I'm a closet Harry Potter person. um, so yeah, it's no, they've done a really good job at building a world that's kind of um,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's comforting. It's kind of a little
Mhm.
comfort blanket. Um, but yeah, so that's that for the world of games. Have you been playing anything?
Yeah. Actually, we've got started this new family tradition of playing Life on the Switch, like the game of Life. And so, like a lot of evenings now, my dad. It's so funny because my dad doesn't usually play with us, but he'll be like, Do you want to play around?" Like, and he'll always want to play like 3 games of it and see who could win at Life. And so it's really fun. That's been fun. I usually go through phases with my Switch as well, where I don't play it for like months and then play it again.
Yeah, it's collecting dust at the moment, so I'm just waiting for someone to
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
invite.
my Animal Crossing villagers are all dead or something.
Actually, speaking of Animal Crossing, I recommend there's this. I forgotten the name of it, but there's a animator on YouTube, and he creates. I'll put a link to it in the description. But there's he creates short films of Animal Crossing, and
Oh,
he
wow.
it's beautifully, like, you look at it and you're like, is this an Animal Crossing like
I think
sponsored
I
video?
saw like a TikTok maybe clip of one of those. I'll have to check it out.
It's so amazing, and he's come to the point now where there's actual like story, so you're following it and you're along and you're like, oh, what's going to happen, what's going
Oh,
on? And yeah, I recommend it. It's adorable, and it's actually quite riveting. So yeah, that's good. It's good. um Now, we were talking before about, just off air, we were talking about movies. You recently saw The Whale.
yeah, I just saw it like a few hours ago, so I'm still kind of like processing it. But no spoilers. But I mean, if anyone has a chance to watch it, I definitely recommend it. I give it like 5 stars.
Five
It
stars.
was like that good. Yeah.
It's nice to see Brendan Fraser back.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like a fan favorite. I saw him at MegaCon actually last year when I went. He was there, and he was like the star everybody wanted to meet. It was crazy, but it's so great he's getting that love again.
Yeah. um I saw this thing. I've been watching Doom Patrol because, the Brendan Fraser hype train. I'm like, oh god.
Mhm.
I was like, I gotta get him back in my life. So I've been watching that, but I've totally forgotten what I was going to say. Sorry, I just Sunday mornings brain fart. I recently watched The Menu, and you've also seen it as well.
Yes, I did.
Uh, Hashtag spoilers, because we've both seen it.
Mhm.
What are your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Um, I thought it was clever. Like, I would give it like 4.5 stars. It was definitely original. Uh, but there was still like I was wanting a little bit more, like a little bit more
Mm,
backstory. But it was kooky and funny, and I mean, it fit the genre I was going for, which is like comedy horror. So
yeah.
I
My
liked it.
question, my
Hmm.
question, and my question is Nicholas Holt's character.
Yeah.
Now, this is spoilers. If you haven't seen The Menu, stop watching. Okay.
Stop watching
Um,
this and go watch that.
yeah, and go watch it and then come back. Nicholas Holt's character knew he was going to die.
Yeah,
Why was he taking photos?
that's a good idea. I guess maybe for like like in life, like the social clout of like, look what I'm doing. You know, doesn't matter if he's gonna die or if life sucks. He's he wants to document that he's at this fancy restaurant.
Okay, accept that. Accept that answer. That was the one thing that stuck with me. I was like,
Yeah, I didn't really think about why he was taking the photos, but then that definitely explains why he didn't really get in trouble with the waiter lady. Because remember, she was saying, "Don't take photos,"
yeah,
but it's because she knew what was going to happen. So
yeah. Well, that's yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that answer. I'm happy with that. That just was the thing that stuck with me. But yeah,
yeah.
I think visually it was very appealing. Like, it was
Hmm.
really. Um, I enjoyed yeah the the visualness of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the characters. And
Hmm.
what was funny was that, despite, even though you didn't really get everyone's backstory, it was
Hmm.
those little pockets of conversation at each table that kind of gave you enough to form like a
Yeah, I think what
basic
was
idea.
what I was wanting more was of the chef, like because when she went into that like his house, it seemed like he had a wife and a child, and like there was more backstory there. I kind of wish like what
Mm,
like really pushed him off the deep end. Was it really just these customers, or was there more to the
yeah,
story?
yeah.
But I mean. it was fine without it. I just kind of wanted a bit more. I really did like it. Did make sense afterwards with the Nicholas Holt character, with the scene where they tell the men to like disperse, like we're gonna chase you, and that's why he was just like so nonchalant and just like walked off all calm because he already
I
knew what
knew.
was gonna happen.
Yeah, I did. I also love the little breakdown of the menu throughout the show.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was like, this is clever. Whoever did this, but I realized it was produced by Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I saw that. Because I think
Um,
it was also the guy who's involved as in Succession as well, and I know Will Ferrell is also a producer of Succession.
really, I've never
Yeah, so
seen
it's they're all
Succession.
connected. I love it. It's like one of my top favorite shows, but I'm really sad because it's come like the new season 4 is coming out later this month, and they've announced that it's the final season,
Um,
which I'm pretty sad about because it's
ev-
such a good show.
Everyone at work is raving about Succession, and
Mhm.
I have this thing where I'm like, I only have two streaming services, Netflix and Disney, and if I drop one, I have to drop one in
Mm,
order to get the other one. So yeah, I'm just waiting for everything to kind of be on a new platform before I switch over. So
yeah.
um, that's just a personal rule I have.
Yeah.
you know. Um, but yeah, everyone's raving about it, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, eventually, I'll add it to the watch list
Yeah.
eventually.
I think you have to be, like, in the mindset to watch it though, because it's like so I could see some people being like, "This is boring," because it's just like a rich family and, like, their drama and their business empire, you know? Some people are probably like, "This is boring," but I love it. The acting's amazing and the family's just crazy. Um,
Mm.
and then another show that's coming out that I'm really excited for this month is Ted Lasso, which they
Yes,
tease that this may be the final season, but hopefully it's not.
another show I haven't watched.
Yeah, because
Uh,
on Apple
everyone
TV.
everyone tells me to watch it, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I will eventually. I'll get that as soon as I can be bothered to turn off Hogwarts.
Yeah, I know, right?
yeah. Um, but it's funny. Another thing that you said they've teased it might be the final season. Something else that kind of came out recently was Pokemon, the long running series, long running game. Ash Ketchum is no longer going to be the star
Oh.
of Pokemon. They're changing him, and I realize I'm a bit sad about this because everyone's mutual hate for Ash Ketchum is what kind of allows multiple generations to talk to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
these boomers who hate Ash Ketchum.
It's just funny you're saying his name because my sister, her name's Ashley, and in her Hogwarts Legacy game, her name is Ash, and she was gonna put Ketchum as well, but I told her to put Ash Ketchup, and so that's her name
There's
in
a
the game.
that's actually my Twitter handle is my Hogwarts name. So it's
Uh-huh.
Celeste
Cool.
Corliss is my
Oh,
Hogwarts
that's
name.
cool.
Yeah, Corliss is apparently some type of wood. I don't know.
Mm.
Um, but it's funny you say that. I was actually talking to Sean about this morning, and there's an episode in the Indigo League where the Indigo League series where Ash, Brock, and Misty come across like this town and they're fighting. Like there's two. It's like East Side versus West Side, but it's like this the Scyther team versus the Electabuzz team, and they're fighting. And um, the guys decide to give fake names just in case like there's something in case they get in trouble with the police or something.
Mhm.
And the names they give are like Ash goes, my name is Tom Ado. And then Brock goes, my name is Caesar Salad. And then Misty's name is, and I'm Anchovy. That's,
Anchovy.
that's just what that reminds me
That's
of.
so funny.
But yeah, that's so. I'm a bit sad because
Mhm.
I'll miss Ash. I'll miss his
Yeah.
stupidness.
Did they say who the new character will be? Oh.
No, not yet. So we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But, and how's this for a segue, Dan? Speaking of Pokemon, I'm going to take them off.
I love it.
Pokemon Crocs.
Feel comfy.
They are extremely comfortable. They arrived. Okay, so context. I think towards the end of last year, I don't think you were on the episode where I did Christmas gifts for everyone.
No, I think
No.
yeah.
So I kind of put Christmas gifts together for the team, came up with some ideas, and I think it was Vartan's. I said I see him wearing these 7-Eleven Crocs. I can't get these Crocs out of my head.
There's 7-Eleven Crocs.
They're 7-Eleven Crocs, and they are the Mega Crush ones, and they are orange, and they are ugly as ass. But I cannot I cannot stop thinking about them. I go to sleep thinking about them. I wake up thinking about them. I want them so much, and I tried to find them, and they're only on StockX. And and because of my shoe size, it's like the standard shoe size. So they've upped the price. So in order to get a pair of 7-Eleven Mega Crush orange Crocs, I have to pay 410 Australian dollars, and I refuse to.
That is 100% not worth it.
But I can't stop thinking about them. So I thought, to curb my lust for these ugly ass shoes, I will get the Pokemon ones. And they arrived. I had them delivered to I don't know if you have them in the States. It's like a parcel drop off thing, and you go.
Yeah, I think we have like
a
drop off and things like that.
Yeah, it's like that. And I got the notification on my phone that they arrived, and where the parcel drop off is literally like 5 minutes down the road from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at work, which is about 40 minutes drive. Well, probably about 30 minutes drive from my house. During lunchtime, I drove.
You drove home to get your.
I drove home to get the Crocs and then drove back to work. And I was driving like a crazy person. I
love.
I want them so badly. And they've kind of helped. They've kind of soothed that ache a little bit. Mm-hmm. They are incredibly comfortable. They're adorable. But they're no 7-Eleven Mega.
I need to see the 7-Eleven ones.
Oh, I can't stop thinking about them. And I did it as a joke. And that's the thing. And now this joke has destroyed.
Oh, wow. These are cool.
They are cool. Yes.
Hey, I could just buy them on Crocs.
Are they in stock?
Oh, no. Only a 6 in women's.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
I like the little slushy.
I know the little gibbets.
Gibbets, whatever they're called. There's a black one.
Yeah, they're not the Mega Crush though, and they've got the green Mega Crushes. Let me.
The black ones look kind of chic though, with the bottom.
Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me.
There's a Margaritaville one. I did not know Crocs had so many collabs.
So this is the Mega. I can't stop thinking about them. I want them so badly. I just want them so much. And I don't know why.
I just want that little slushy gibbet.
I'm obsessed. I just can't.
Well, I'll keep a lookout if I ever see him at the store.
Look, I've put notifications on every single bloody thing. Where's my mouse? There it is. Yeah, so I've got notifications everywhere. I've got notifications on StockX, Amazon, you name it. Google.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I want them desperately. And what started out as an innocent joke has now consumed my life. So jokes on me. Yeah. But
Let's get your Pokemon ones.
yeah, I've got my Pokemon ones. They're very comfortable. I wear them around the house. I wore them to work after I brought them back. People made fun of me, but
I
I
wore
didn't
them to
care.
work.
Yeah, I wore them to work. I wore them to. We went to after work on Friday. We went to drinks, and I wore them to the pub. And people were like, "You can't wear those." I'm like, "Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
Friday.
work.
I can do whatever I want, bitches."
Exactly.
I was like,
I'd be
"Now
like, "You jelly, you don't have it."
I was like, "Now get me a beer."